Should under-16s be banned from using YouTube? For father Wayne Holdsworth, the answer is simple. His teenage son Mac tragically took his own life in 2023 and used the video platform to help him do it. For our leaders, the decision is more complicated. Google threatening to sue the federal government if YouTube is included in its social media ban, which comes into effect in December. Wayne Holdsworth joins me now. Wayne, appreciate your time. You've been fighting tirelessly to protect other kids since you lost your son, Mac. To you, there's not really a debate to be had here.
No, there's not at all, Ali. The research quite clearly says that 4 out of 10 children have been exposed to YouTube that on stuff that is the content's really quite disturbing, and that's the research. And to give you an example, Mac was extorted by a platform that Meta provided, and then not too long thereafter he researched on YouTube how to take his life, and if he hadn't had exposure to that, he might have spoken to someone about it, and that might have triggered him to have called for help. Yeah. And that didn't happen.
So for you, Wayne, this fight, it's really personal.
Oh, it's really personal, Ali. Yeah, it's not only our case, but I've met probably 100 people that have lost their son or daughter in a similar fashion, you know, that have been sexually extorted online, that have used products from Meta and YouTube that have significantly impacted them. And I want that to stop. And this legislation that's been implemented last December with bipartisan support from both sides of government, that is a great start, and that's going to be implemented come November, December of this year. That is a really good start. Education's going to help as well. Obviously, that's very important. But without something like this legislation, including all of the platforms, including YouTube, I mean, we don't put out cars off the production line with just 3 safety belts. There's 4 or 5 in the cars. Allowing YouTube not to be included in that is like sending a car out with just 3 safety belts.
So what does this threat then to sue say about the priorities of these tech companies?
Oh, it's pretty clear. There's a philosophical difference, isn't there, really? Because the tech giants, they're driven by their shareholders to make money and make profit, whereas we, the governments and people like myself, are simply here to save the lives of our children and to make our children's lives better.
So the YouTube was initially exempt from the ban. Our e-safety commissioner now wants them included, but the company's argument has been it is a video sharing platform. It is not a social media service, that it's educational, it's used in schools. They're fair points, aren't they, Wayne?
They're fair points if that was the only information that was provided by YouTube, but we know there's a whole lot more there that does compromise our children, and in our case there's definitely a case to be said that did have an impact on Mac and what he did that night, without doubt. Take that away and he may not have done that. So it's probably a fair point that yes, parts of it could be okay. And look, not everyone gets extorted on Instagram either, but it's the ones that do that pay the price. So
YouTube told ACurrentAffair it's deeply concerned the government could change its position. How does that compare to the deep concerns that you have?
Oh, they don't compare at all. You know, they talk about the constitutional situation with regards to the political communication that they wouldn't have. You know, the government under Constitution has a responsibility to its constituents to do what's best in the interest of all of those constituents, and that's a whole lot more important than what they're claiming.
Yeah, I mean, as we know, this legislation is going to be world first. We know it's not going to be perfect when it comes in, but we want to get it as right as possible. Sadly, it is too late for kids like Mac, but hopefully not for others, Wayne.
No, it's not. It's not, Ali. It's not too late at all, and this legislation will help a lot. As I alluded to previously, education is the key. Through Smack Talk, the organisation that we formed in memory of Mac, we go out to schools and we go out to primary schools, secondary schools, corporations, etc., and educate people on suicide prevention, and particularly around social media. Not only social media and the perils out there from the terrorists that want to extort our boys and girls, young boys and girls as young as 8, but also the way in which we use social media as well, and the kids use it now.
Look, Wayne, I really appreciate everything that you're doing, working to save young lives, and for coming on tonight. Thanks a lot.
Good on you, Ali. Thanks very much.
Well, YouTube told us the platform offers value to younger Australians, and it's seeking clarity from the government about the potential policy reversal. And if you or someone close to you needs help, there is support available. Contact Lifeline on 13 11 14.